Welcome to the Cardinal Newman Sports Podcast. I'm Hugo Traverso. I'm joined alongside by our quarterback, LT Raamosa. LT, let's get the elephant out of the room first. You broke your collarbone in week 1 against Manteca. Just take me through the recovery process and what you're going to do to get better.
Yeah, I've just been taking it one day at a time, trying to get some calcium, bone health, like drinking a lot of chocolate milk. Coach Embo has been helping me a lot with my recovery, like not moving it too much, but still kind of keeping like a little bit of movement so I don't get too stiff. But yeah, I'm recovering. It's going really fast. It's going really well. So hopefully I'm back this season.
Well, the two backup quarterbacks stepped in, Carmine Guevara and Cash Boyd. Last week in practice, did you have anything to say to them, any particular words of advice that you really wanted to hammer home before they got into the game?
Yeah, I advised Carmine to just kind of stay poised in the pocket. When things break down, don't like panic, throw a pick, just tuck it and run, because he's a great athlete. He can excel in that. So that's what he did.
Well, the Cardinals did very well against Grant, beat them actually 15-7, which led to Newman being launched 895 spots in the national rankings. Can you analyze Carmine's first performance and what are some things he could do better, but what are some things he did great?
He did really good, actually. He made right reads. He tucked it and ran when he was supposed to. If change anything, just kind of better communication with receivers. Sometimes they made some mistakes, but it's not always the quarterback's fault. But being a quarterback, I always blame it on myself. But I got to show Carmine a little bit of sympathy because it's first game back. So yeah.
Well, the student section was out, and they were lively, and you were leading some of the chants, getting them hyped up. How much does that mean to you to have that student section there supporting you guys?
Yeah, it meant a lot. The student section, like you said, was electric. Me and King were trying to get them hyped up the whole game, and they did a great job at that. Being super loud when we were on defense and kind of like more quiet when we were on offense, just like everyone can hear everything. But no, our student section did amazing.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you, LT. We'll see you very soon. We'll be right back with some more action from Cardinal Newman football.
All right, welcome back to the podcast, and I'm now joined by Coach Frank McManis. Cardinal Newman, tough loss first week against Manteca. Quarterback goes down. Doesn't look good. Got to play Grant the next week. My goodness, they're ranked even higher, and yet you guys pulled off an amazing upset, 15-7 at home. Tell me what that meant to you as a coach to see your team rebound like that and pull off a big win.
Yeah, I think it was fun from the standpoint of having played so poorly the week before and making so many mistakes, and then for the kids to have responded. We had a really good week of practice. I think that helped. I think it also allowed me to wake up a little bit, and I had to delegate a little bit more to my coaches, and they really stepped up to the plate and made a significant difference. And I mean, obviously the kids played great. They played their hearts out, and it was just a huge win.
Talk about your defense. I mean, obviously 7 turnovers is amazing, but to hold that Grant offense down to just 7 points and in the end get the pick in the end zone to seal it, that had to mean a lot to you.
Yeah, it was definitely not the kind of ending of a game that we went. We had it. I mean, we really had it secured, and then we had the penalty, unsportsmanlike penalty at the end. We had the phantom knee hit the turf, and then a couple of weird penalties at the end to make it a little more interesting and a little more exciting for fans for sure than I wanted. But yeah, it was the defense that played extremely well. It was one of those games where we knew the defense had to play well, and they scored the 2 touchdowns. But I mean, the reality is, the big story is Carmine stepping up into his first start as a quarterback. Got 17 first downs for us in that game, which was huge. No turnovers, even bigger. And you can see winning the game of turnovers is a big deal. So I think the real story was how well Carmine played and the 17 first downs that the offense picked up.
Yeah, kind of a crash course for him, and only put 3 points on the board. But again, they chewed up clock and they gave the defense a chance. You got Sean Embry back at the beginning of next week, your offensive coordinator.
Yep.
And what did that mean to you? And as you've seen the week, and now he's in his second week, what do you see from Sean and what he's developing in terms of the personnel that he has to work with?
Yeah, I think the big thing with Sean and even Kenny, because Kenny did a great job the first week of kind of picking up where Sean left off. But I think with the two of them having worked together for so many years at Santa Margarita, having that continuity on offense is big. And then obviously having Coach Tom Carroll, he solidified the offensive line when he got here probably 6 weeks ago or so too. So yeah, with Sean, he's really able to bring some of that, the 10-year, one big thing is the 10 years of experience in the Trinity League running an offense. And then obviously two, having an NFL pedigree with his family. And obviously he was with the Jaguars for the first couple of weeks. So being able to understand matchups, understand the schemes, and understanding the talent that we have and how to make it function and work is a big thing. And now with 2 weeks under his belt, the kid's starting to get a better feel of what he likes, what his expectations are. And then same thing with Kenny, and Tom being able to really focus in on their positions and their part of the offensive preparation.
I'm curious what it was like for you personally after that first week was such a disaster. You got to play Grant. What was going through your mind? I mean, it had to be a little pressure to get the monkey off your back, get that first win.
Yeah, I don't think I felt pressure. It was more disappointment after the first week. I didn't like the way we played. I didn't like the way we came out. As a defensive guy, you never want to not be able to stop the run. If you can't stop the run, you really can't stop anything. And so that was a bit disappointing. Although I knew going in that it was going to be a test with a new defense, kids understanding how to play that defense. I have a tendency to prepare every game. This is just something I picked up in SoCal when I've been down there. Every game is prepped like it's a CIF final. So there's no bigger game than the one we're in at that moment. So I don't think I felt any pressure per se. It was just more of disappointment, being able to move on and trying to put together, again, trying to put a good product on the field and provide a good atmosphere for the kids to learn and grow in.
And the cool thing was the home crowd didn't abandon ship. There was a great crowd for that Grant game, and the student section was lively. That had to help. Did the kids feel that? Did you feel that as a coach?
Yeah, 100%. I think it was outstanding. I mean, it was electric, I would say. I loved having Hugo back for the sideline reporting was awesome too, because obviously he brings a whole nother dynamic to it. But yeah, I think the engagement of our cheer squad, I mean, everything was really clicking that day. And I got to tap my hat to Grant. I mean, they came in, they did a great job with their crowd. Their team was very, was great. I know they had a lot of bad publicity that first week, but they came in here and they were real professionals, and there was no issues with them. So I really tip my hat to them. I think they did a great job of coming in as professionals and handling themselves well. But like I said, our crowd was electric, and I think they definitely pushed us over the top.
So now you go on the road 3 weeks in a row. Army O, don't know a lot about them. Then it's all the way to Chico, Pleasant Valley, Bishop O'Dowd. Hostile territory, I would imagine, especially after what happened last year with those 3 teams. How does this change your preparation, and how do you handle road trips?
Yeah, they're business trips. That's how we've always handled things from where I've come from. It's just a business trip, and we're going to handle it as such. We have instituted processes / whatever you want to call it, kind of trying to create these traditions where everything is consistent. So pregame will always be very similar and the same. The road trip will be the same on the bus. The way back and when we get back to the stadium will be the same. And like I mentioned earlier, preparation going into a game, whether it's a home game, an away game, a playoff game, a CIF championship game, each game is prepared the same way. So again, the kids will always feel the same. So that preparation level has got to be consistent in order to get a consistent output. And so like for us, it's a business trip. Armijo is going to be a good squad. It's going to give us another opportunity to kind of right some wrongs from that first game, especially on the run game. So the kids will get a chance to kind of better understand the defense from that perspective. They do like to throw the ball, especially when they get either down or in trouble. So I think we're going to get a chance to see a little bit more of our defensive packages as we get into this Armijo game, which I'm excited, and I think the kids will have a good time. Love to get a pass rush on them. So.
Right on. Well, looking forward to it myself. Again, congratulations on the first win. Many more to come. We know that. And we'll be back with more on the podcast in just a moment.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Newman podcast. I'm here with Kayvon Penny and Cordell Strain. These are our two amazing defensive backs for this football team. We'll start with the big news. You guys beat Grant, the 18th ranked team in the state, D1 prospects across the board. Guys sunned them basically 15-7. It was a great game, great defensive performance. Tell me a little bit about that preparation that led to that great performance and the feeling after the win.
I mean, we knew that we had to come prepared to this game and that they're a great opponent. And we knew we were going to be We're going to be on island all week. And we went out there and we locked them up. 6 interceptions. They couldn't do anything on us.
Kayvon, any words?
Yeah, all of us knew our assignment. All of us knew what we had to do. So all of us were just held up to that accountability. And it was all in our hands that we do what we did.
Yeah, you guys were locked in that game. But now just some individual questions. I'll start with Kayvon. Kayvon, you have been put against nationally ranked receivers time and time again and still not allowed a single yard. You've actually allowed negative yards. Just tell me a little bit about your mindset when you're playing these bigger receivers.
I just feel like I'm purebred. Ain't nothing I don't feel like there's nobody out there that can surpass me. So if you go versus me, I feel like I'm ranked higher than you. That's just how I feel. So I'm going to go out there and play like it. I feel like that's what I do. That's what I did.
Well, it's a great mindset to have. And then, Cordell, you've been a leader on this team this year, and it really shows on the sidelines. You bring this team together, especially on the defensive side. Tell me a little bit about how much that leadership means to you.
I mean, it means everything to me. And just a big part of it is just making sure that, we're a team. We have that camaraderie. And especially after that terrible loss to Manteca, we just had to make sure that we put it behind us, that was the past. It happened. We had a tougher opponent. We came up and we did our assignments, and we came out with a win.
Well, one final question. You guys now go on the road for 3 straight weeks. Any places you're looking forward to going? And also at the same time, what are you guys looking to do for team bonding to grow as a team?
We looking for our dad. We waiting for that. Anything else, we just gonna beat, but we looking for them for sure. And for team bonding, we all just going out somewhere eating. That's really all we do. Just go team bond. That's really it.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it doesn't really matter who we're playing. I mean, they're all human. I mean, I'm just excited to play football. That's really all it is.
Well, awesome job to both of you. You guys had 6 interceptions for 7 turnovers this week against Grant. Have a game against Armijo on Friday in Fairfield, which should be a good one. But thank you guys for stopping by. We wish you the best of luck in the next 3 weeks.
So, thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with some action from CN Volleyball, who has a big game tonight against Tamalpais. Hugo Traverso here with our amazing CN volleyball team. We've got 2 leaders on this team, seniors, Sienna Alvarez and Kimmy Wilson. I'll start with this. You guys went to Hawaii to start the season, and the Ann Kang Invitational at Iolani School played some of the best teams in the country, Byron Nelson, Bishop Gorman, Sierra Canyon. How did that tournament develop you guys as a team and as players?
I think it was really good for us, especially because we've never played good teams at the beginning of the season. I definitely noticed a difference because we were able to adjust to more high-level play, because right when we got back, we played University, which is a very good team, and they were able to move the ball around, hit at us hard, and we were able to fight with them really well. I remember last year we played University, we couldn't really fight with them, and this year we went to 5, and we almost won. So I think it was really good to see us fight and be able to get up to their level. And I also think it helped with our team chemistry, because fighting adversity with each other really helped us, and I think we have the best team chemistry we've had any year. We just are super hype, and we're all friends, we're all together, kind of feels like a family this year. It's really special. So yeah.
Like what Kimmy said, I agree with all of that. I also think that playing that tough competition earlier in the start of the season, we were able to determine kind of our weaknesses and able to work on that as soon as we got back, and compete against University, knowing what we needed to work on. I also think that, like she said, with team bonding, just being in Hawaii and with your team, our team dinners, it was really a crazy experience. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, overall, I think despite our record, like we still fought and we still like played our game very well for being our first games and only having 2 practices before that as well. So.
Well, yeah, when you guys played Byron Nelson, you took them deep in both sets. 25-20, 25-19 was the final score in that one. But let's jump into some individual stuff. Kimmy, over the summer, you committed to Cal Lutheran, Division III down in Southern California. Take me through that process and give me a reasoning why you committed there.
Yeah, so I was talking to a lot of schools. I was talking to multiple in California. I was talking to like Stanislaus State in the Central Valley, and then also CSUN down south. But the reason I chose that school was because I went on call with the coach, and I immediately felt connected with her. We had a very good conversation, and right after that call, she invited me on a visit. And I met the team. They were super welcoming, and I just felt like I really belonged there, honestly. And I watched the practices. I loved how she coached. I loved the team's work ethic. I just think they were a super fun team. And then she like invited me into her office, and she offered me a spot, and like I just knew I wanted to be there. I knew it was the school for me. I've been on multiple visits. I went to a lot of colleges, and I never felt that way before, so I just knew. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And now, Sienna, it was a bit of a homecoming for you. A couple weeks ago, you guys went and played Vintage. Lost the first set, then swept them in the following 3, won 3-1. How was that getting to go back to your old gym, see your old teammates, old coaches, and some old family?
Yeah, it was definitely nerve-wracking at the start. Like on my drive home, I was like trying to listen to my music to pump me up, and I was just kind of like, wow, like this is real. This is actually happening. And then I walked into the gym and just felt surreal. Like I walked in and it was just the same exact way as I left it. I've never been in that gym like since the last time I played a game there. So it was just kind of a little nerve-wracking, but it was super comforting seeing like first person who came up and talked to me was Sean and our coach Daryl, and they were just like, you need to play your game. You are a great player. Don't let anyone, like the other coach, other players, the student section, like don't let them distract you. Just play your game. You're a great player. And that was really comforting. And then obviously like as JV went to play, like my parents, my family, like all of them came in, gave me a hug. That also was like a super comforting moment. I think that once we started playing, like it was kind of almost like jittery because it was just like kind of nerve-wracking for all of us because it was again one of our first games. And but after losing that first set and then we won the second set, I just knew like it was kind of over because Daryl reminded us that that's exactly what happened last year. Was we lost the first set and then swept them in the last 3. So I'm glad we were able to take that win. It was super relieving for sure.
First sweep definitely feels better.
Yeah.
Like it's just like they think they're gonna win, and then we just
you just take it away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have been sweeping nearly everyone. You guys swept Petaluma on Saturday in what was a hard-fought game. You guys really were incredible to watch. But you guys have a huge game tonight against Tamalpais, number 2 ranked team in NCS. What are you guys looking to fine-tune heading into that game? And, what's the mindset?
Well, luckily for us, we, Kimmy and I have both played with multiple of those players on that team, including Emmy and Natalie, and we know that those are going to be like our main pinpoints that are like we're going to focus on them, we're going to attack them, and we're going to try to shut them down in order to kind of succeed with the win. I think it's definitely going to be a big serve and passing game like it always is. We've really been working on that and toning down on that. I think another thing that is going to be crucial is getting up on that block, especially against Natalie. She is a big, heavy, like left-handed right side. So, and we haven't really seen like a big, heavy left-handed right side girl yet. So I think it's going to be definitely an interesting game, but I'm pretty excited. I think we'll be able to come through with this one.
Yeah, I know. I think if we just work hard, and yesterday we worked on a lot of blocking, a lot of serve and passing, just what we needed to, and I think we're ready. So as long as we just play our game and fight our best, it's going to be hard, but I don't know. I think we might be able to take them. So, yeah.
All right, well, we wish you guys the best of luck. Volleyball is at home on Thursday against Annalee. And of course, tonight at TAM in Mill Valley. So wish you guys good luck. Thanks for stopping by. We'll have Molly Friedman and Juliet Deal with flag football right after this. Thanks for stopping by.
Hi, I'm Molly Friedman, and I'm here with Juliet Deal from Women's Flag Football. You guys had a great game last week against Santa Rosa, 84-0. You had to step in as quarterback last minute. How were your nerves feeling going into the game?
Going into the game, I found out right before the game I was playing quarterback, so I was pretty scared knowing I hadn't played in a year or two. I'd been playing wide receiver for most of the summer and preseason. I had the confidence in all of our receivers, which was you, Colby, Nicole, which they all did a phenomenal job of catching the ball. So after every play, I think our confidence as a team just grew, knowing that we could get completions pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and because you haven't been throwing for a while, what were you just trying to throw? Short passes, run the ball, long? What was your...
Yeah, we started the first play off with a run just to see how far we could gain some yards, and then I think we ran most of the first quarter hitches, slants, and some short balls. But as the game went on and our confidence grew, I aired some balls out to you and Nicole, and we got some easy touchdowns from those.
Mm-hmm. And defensively, you guys got 11 interceptions, which is crazy. What was your defensive preparation over the summer and over practice to help you gain all 11 interceptions?
I think working with Coach Bear and Coach Toby over the summer and at the beginning of the season really helped us. Those little drills we did made a big impact, especially Linnea. She had 3 or 4 interceptions that game, so she dominated at safety. And I think that's all due to our coaches and our hard work at practice.
Mm-hmm. And then going over to the Maria Carrillo game last night, it was 6-0, and it was a close game. Their defense was shutting you guys down, and you played quarterback again. How were you able to get around their defense, or could you?
Yeah, it was hard to get around their defense. They had 2 blitzers that were very fast, and they came right at you. So towards the second half, we found a opening in the middle right in front of the 2 deep safeties where we could hit people instead of those long balls, because those safeties could get it and we couldn't really run the ball because the blitzers. But once we figured that out, we were able to score one time and beat the defense a little bit.
Yeah, and coming into the game, did you guys think that you were going to win and blow them out like Santa Rosa, or were you like more laid back and thought, okay, this is going to be a tough game?
Yeah, we knew they were going to be good. Obviously, Korea has a ton of good track athletes and just all-around basketball players, soccer, really good athletes, so we knew it wasn't going to be an easy game. It was their first year, and we do have a lot more experience than them, so I think that's also why we're able to win, because of our years of experience, but they were a very good team.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you, and make sure to watch episode 3 next week.